Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of Earth. So if you're Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, these messages are for you for July 10th through the 12th, 2020. So I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I ask for your continued support. Remember, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully you get some clarity. Also, if you guys are wanting to book a personal reading, just be sure to check the description box below to find out ways to reach me. But also, I may be traveling soon, so kind of check with me first before just submitting payment. So, yeah. All right. Central issue, heart of the matter, we have the Wheel, Five of Cups, Two of Cups, and then we have the Devil, Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. Okay, so I feel like something's going on where destiny is playing out. Whatever is meant to happen is trying to play out. Something's meant to be. I also feel that something is getting ready to change. And it's for this weekend. The readings are for this weekend. But I have a feeling that something may not manifest until maybe Leo season. Now, there may be someone that, well, it looks like you guys miss each other. And, you know, there's some sort of regrets about maybe some sort of decision that was made in the past. And I feel like you guys may be struggling with that. So, of course, it could be any situation, but it does look like maybe it's about a connection that you had or a relationship. Now, it does look like there's some sort of ongoing cycle with something. There's a repetitive pattern that maybe you're destined to live out until the lesson is understood or learned. You may find yourself continuously making the same mistakes over and over again, and that's because you have not learned what it is that you're supposed to learn. Some of you may be in an on-off again situation with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. See, this looks like it looks like a relationship that is karmic in a way that maybe it is addictive. Something about this relationship or connection could be addictive. And I feel that something is part of your destiny, but it's not easy. This is something that is very difficult to move through. Now, it could be connecting with someone that has some sort of addiction like drugs or alcohol, spending habits, eating habits. It could be some dealing with somebody that has those type of addictions or patterns. But it can also just be about the situation itself is addictive. It's on, it's off, it's hot, it's cold. It also kind of looks like maybe you're trying to get someone's attention, or there's some sort of obsessive thoughts about somebody, but they're unaware of it, or you are unaware of someone's obsessive thoughts. I feel too like you're trying to avoid something. Definitely looks like you are in denial of your situation, or in denial of feelings. Let's pull it back to if this is you. You might have some sort of bad behavior, bad habits that you're in denial of. I feel like you're struggling with it, or one minute you recognize it and the next minute you're like in denial of it. And you're running off and you're sneaking off to do something that you're not supposed to be doing. You definitely could be getting spied on by someone, or maybe you guys are spying on each other, especially, you know, since it's here. Maybe you're obsessively checking to see if somebody is in a relationship. You're like, are they in a relationship? Are they single? Are they thinking about me? So this can be something that is playing out on both ends, like the both of you are doing that. There's a need to confront the situation. I just feel like the reason why something becomes obsessive is because it's being avoided. So you're being faced with temptation. I feel like even diet-wise, if you're struggling with your weight or something, or eating habits, maybe it is best for you in your situation. You know your body best, or your behavior's best. Maybe it's best for you to go ahead and break a teeny tiny piece of the dessert or whatever your trigger is. Maybe there's a need for you to go ahead and have a little bit, because it seems like the more you are straying away from it, the worse it is getting. And then you end up overindulging. If this is about a love situation and you are really still connecting with somebody yet trying to escape or run away, it seems like it just makes the feelings worse. You become more obsessive. The thoughts become more intense. Even if you're doing fine for a minute, I feel like something shifts or changes. Let's say you did move on to someone and you're like, oh, I met someone new. I don't know what happens, but you start comparing the new person to the old person and just feeling like, if only they were like what I had in the past. And then something changes and you realize that, damn it, I still want that person. I want them really bad, or I still want to be with that person. There's still some sort of addiction going on. If you're already in a relationship, something may be off balance, something is unhealthy about your relationship. There may be a codependency to finances. If this is not about a relationship, period, this is still indicating that maybe your job situation has become codependent. Maybe you no longer love doing a job, but you're just doing it because you don't know what else to do, or you haven't saved up enough money, so if you quit, you'll be broke, so therefore you have to hold on to it. So it could be a situation like that. Other thing outside of all of this, you might work. This is just part of your job description. You work around thieves, liars, alcoholics, people who have mental illness. And I'm not just grouping it, just trying to make it, I'm just thinking of all the people or job occupations that have those type of situations. So I'm not like trying to talk about people or, you know, in a negative light. But that just might be part of your job description. Yeah, you work around people who are codependent or needy or sick. Or you might just be sick of your job. Another thing, if you're in a relationship, you could be dealing with someone who's definitely a liar or a cheater. So yeah, but for whatever reason you're feeling like you need to hold on to them. You're like, oh, but I can't leave them yet. I feel like you guys are unable to move forward until you confront the elephant in the room. There's a big fat elephant in the room that needs to be addressed, and I feel like until you address this situation, it just doesn't go away. I also feel that somebody may be doing something underhandedly in regards to finances. Like someone is either, I see identity theft, or I see something going on where information is being left out, or someone is covering something up, and they're trying to get money. This is how someone makes their money. Or someone is taking some sort of desperate measures. Some sort of desperate measures for money. Now, her cruel intentions. That's an old movie, and the plot basically, it starts, actually it's a remake too, but it's about something that's supposed to start off as a joke. Some playboy usually doesn't care about anyone, doesn't give a crap, and him and his stepsister, who are sleeping around, make some sort of bet, and really he's supposed to sabotage her life, some girl's life, because the stepsister is upset with her because of something. I think I'm telling it right. So he's like, yeah, sure, I'll go fuck up her life. He's attractive, he's got money, but she's not into all of that type of stuff. And of course, you know how the story is about to play out. As he is trying to deceive her and break her life, the script is flipped, and he ends up deceiving himself and falling in love, and it ends kind of tragically. Now, I'm not saying your love life is going to end tragically, but if something had started off deceptive or as revenge, I feel like it got flipped. It's like, oh, I caught feelings and didn't mean to. Let me look at the Seven of Swords. I'm getting something in regards to someone who lives near large grassy fields, almost farm-like, and also water, like near a shoreline. Okay, so I also feel that something's going on where either you want what somebody else has or someone wants what you have. Yeah, there's some envy. I see both envy and jealousy. Mainly envy. Somebody wants what does not belong to them. And not saying that, I'm not trying to be all PC. Nobody owns anybody, of course. But, you know, I just feel like somebody feels like they want what does not belong to them romantically. Someone may have intentions on stealing your partner away, or you kind of have those intentions. You feel like, I could have them, like I'm going to take them away. They don't belong together, we belong together. So somebody might have that type of mentality. And then too, this is about somebody who is lurking. Somebody who does not have the courage to come straight forward with you. So yeah, there's a lot of pussyfooting or beating around the bush, avoiding direct communication. I feel like someone is also trying to sabotage your life. Not, it doesn't just have to be your love life, it could be your career, but I do feel like somebody is trying to sabotage your life. It could be an ex, maybe it's your mom who doesn't like, you know, the person that you're dealing with. Yeah, somebody is doing spell work to sabotage. I still say whatever, see, this is key though. Whatever is meant to play out, whatever is for you, so it doesn't matter if someone is doing a bunch of spell work or witchcraft. I feel like in that situation, even if somebody is meant for you, there's no need to cast spells on them or try to bind them because they're already for you. Something I was getting ready to say that. Yeah, but basically whatever is for you is for you. Like the spell work, it might cause disruption or frustration between two people. But if it's for them to be together, then I feel like there's nothing that can break that. Something looks like an unbreakable bond here. Yeah. Somebody is also sending secret messages that say that they care about you, or they're like love messages. And someone is hiding their true feelings as well. Someone may be covering up the fact that they have a criminal background and has been in jail. Someone's covering up their criminal background. Some of you have many followers that the account belongs to the same person, or there are many people running that account. I feel that you have not been able to let go or move on from someone. I feel like you're trying to, but everyone's story is going to be different. I do not want to tell anybody to go back to a liar or a cheater or anything of that sort. But I do feel like there's someone that you're trying to get away from, that you're meant to move forward with, or have some sort of unfinished business. It does seem like some sort of karmic debt, especially if they're an air sign. There could be some sort of karmic debt between you and this person that needs to be resolved, or lesson to be learned. Maybe this is the person that's going to be able to teach you whatever it is that you need to be taught for self-development. You know how you can learn things from like two teachers teaching history. One teacher just puts you to sleep, while the other teacher you totally get. I feel like this is the job for this particular person. This is the person that's going to get through to you. And that's why this person has been assigned to your life. Also, the best way to learn something is through repetition. So from a spiritual perspective, this incarnation, like certain patterns remain the same because it's really just prepping you for your next life. And you will remember these lessons. Something is unforgettable for sure. Let me look at the devil. Somebody is like, you can't escape me. So I'm also getting a taboo situation for some of you. Your love interest, something would be viewed as taboo, because I feel like they might be either close to the family, or it's something about them that's supposed to be like family. So like a in-law, or somebody is like somebody's step brother. See, and that's the thing, I mentioned cruel intentions, and I told you the step brother and step sister were sleeping together sometimes. So although they weren't blood related, they were still connected through marriage. So that might be another reason why Cruel Intentions movie popped into my head. Someone also has an obsession for material gains and wealth, and is very greedy. Somebody just wants more and more. Something is never enough. So now I'm thinking about Rahu, or the North Node, aka the North Node. Rahu is the head of a dragon. Ketu, or South Node, is the tail of the dragon. The head of the dragon has no stomach, or has no ending, so the more it feeds, it just never feels satisfied. It's never enough. It can eat forever and never be full. The tail, or South Node of the dragon, doesn't have a head, so it's clueless. It does things without really understanding, and is really depending on the North Node to help lead it out of darkness. So I feel like you are clueless. Whatever your South Node is, you are clueless about it. And the North Node is trying to help you move forward in fulfilling some sort of purpose, but you keep trying to run away or detach from it or avoid it altogether. The secret, neither North or South Node is good alone. They need to work together. The tail needs to tell North Node when it's full. And, you know, since I'm talking about the full situation, the North Node situation, I feel like that's what we need to focus on, because something's going on where there is a sense of greed and never just feeling satisfied. And there's a need to understand why you feel that way and how to work with that energy. Doesn't mean that it's going away from your birth chart. Just means that you need to acknowledge it and work with it. Like, okay, since I know I'm never satisfied with this or never satisfied with that, how can I deal with this obsession? For me, as an example, my North Node is in Scorpio, so yes, I'm naturally obsessive. And I'm also, because it's in Scorpio, you know, that's about occult. I am obsessive with occult. So the way for me, at one point when I became obsessed with tarot, I had to eventually start doing it for you guys, because I was like, it wasn't enough. It was like, okay, I love reading tarot cards, or I'm just like obsessed with trying to understand what the images and stories are. But I can't just keep doing this on myself. So I had to eventually work with that energy, and now I do it for you guys. So it's like finding a different way to channel your obsession is what you need to do. And your obsession is your North Node. So check and see what house or sign that is in to help you with this. Devil also is indicating, again, that somebody is lurking and someone is still holding on to someone mentally and spiritually because something needs to be acknowledged. Someone has been put into your life so that you can resolve this karma. You know, this is judgment, but it's also called karma here. And I feel like karma needs to play out. And then I feel too that something is what you asked for, it's what you prayed for, but you know, maybe you are not recognizing it. You're not recognizing, Q2 doesn't recognize something. You're not recognizing when something is for you or a situation is for you. So you keep trying to run away or escape it. And North Node is like, listen to me. This is why I'm obsessed with this, because this is what you're supposed to do. All right, so let me look at some energy cards for you guys. All right, what additional messages are there for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgos, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have adjacent possibilities, hostilities, second chakra, Archangel Ariel, central issue, door to spirit. So I feel like the central issue is about being led on a certain path. Some sort of opportunity has opened or will be opening, and you're being asked to just go through it. Really, I feel like with adjacent possibilities, it indicates that even though it's only one door on here, there are many doors to experience whatever it is that you need to experience, whatever it is that you're trying to figure out or understand. There are many ways to it. So there's something that your spirit is needing to learn, and there are so many different avenues being presented to you. It even looks like maybe it's happened several times. This is starting to look like all the times that you had an opportunity to go through a door, and so far you just kind of observed and looked at it or thought about it, but didn't take any action towards it. So I feel like it's happening again. There's an opportunity for you to learn, whether it's through relationships, whether it's through learning something about yourself through a new job, whatever your situation is being presented to you, an opportunity. But see, hostilities, you're being guarded, you're hostile towards it. You're still holding some sort of grudge. I even feel like someone is like, my door is always open, or the offer still stands. But you are just like, keep your doors, keep your offers, or whatever the case. You know, you're just like, oh yeah, I don't care. You know, you're just being very guarded. Even though someone is just like, what are you doing? Like, I'm telling you, the door is open. You're welcome to come in if you want to. And it doesn't even look like you don't trust. It's just more that you're holding on to something, maybe some sort of anger or frustration. I mean, it could be that maybe you just don't trust what you see, or you don't trust what spirit has for you. And again, everyone's situation is different. I'm never telling you to go through a doorway that isn't good for you or go down a path that isn't right for you. Something is for spiritual purposes. And I also feel that you are trying to push logic away, where you do need to use your logic in some sort of decision making. And then two, I feel that there's a blockage. And it shouldn't be, because I see the doors are wide open, but this is you making something maybe harder than what it needs to be, or maybe this is the energy around you. Somebody is making something harder than what it needs to be. I feel that whatever the blockages is are going to start showing up in your body. So I'm feeling like, let's say you're sexually frustrated. It might start showing up as being constipated. I feel like that blockage might manifest in a physical form, and that's so that it can get your attention. Or maybe you're sexually frustrated and you're not normally sexually frustrated. Maybe you get sex on a regular basis, but that's not the answer. The answer is something spiritual. I feel like maybe something's going on where you're trying to fit a square peg into a circle. And it's like, something's being forced. Even if the force is avoidance, like you're forcing a no when it doesn't have to be a no. I hope this is making sense for you guys. Whatever is being offered to you is going to clear this blockage. So the second chakra does deal with sexuality. And it does deal with things that deal with the lower part of your region. Maybe this is even about having an IUD. Something about being blocked. Could be something medical. It could also be a creative blockage going on with you too. I feel like whatever you are being guarded about or holding a grudge about is blocking your spiritual growth. Put it that way. So yeah, hopefully these messages resonate, but feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.